Okay, at this point, I'm getting tired. It's late. It's 2:31 a.m. Man, I'm tired. What's today's date anyway? May 25th, Friday, 2:31 a.m. You guys can see that. I just want to get these visions out the way. Um, this next vision is simple. I just saw a whole bunch of pies. It's crazy. Yo, don't try to commit me, man. I have a sound mind. I promise. Um, I know a lot of people are gonna ask me, "Hey, were these dreams or were these visions?" I shared this with my uncle the other day. My uncle's like, "So were you awake or were you asleep?" I said I was wide awake. These visions, I'm wide awake. Um, I can't. I mean, it's hard for me to describe it. Um, I don't dream, thank God. I always ask God, Lord, please don't give me the gift of dreams because I like to sleep when I'm sleeping. So, my BFF, she dreams and she has the most prophetic dreams, supernatural dreams I've ever heard of. She's had dreams of people that she's never met but are personal family members of mine. Describes it to the T. She describes people she's never met, but they're in my life. God uses her mightily in my life. I thank God for my sister. So, but I don't dream, so these are actual visions. Um, I am wide awake when they happen, and it's my subconscious though. I think is where it's happening. I don't know. Let me not even share my opinion. I really try to minimize on these videos my opinion. I'm gonna eventually share a little bit on what God's strategy to help me on deciphering from truth, facts, and opinions. These are three different things. We have to learn through our spirit to discern when somebody's telling the truth, when somebody's giving facts, and when they're also just sharing opinions, especially even when you're going to church. You need to discern that when you're reading the Bible. Every word in the Bible is true and it's accurate. Um, but even with the Bible, there's a time where the Bible's sharing God's perspective, and there's a time in the Bible God sharing through man's perspective. There's a time in the Bible God's talking spiritual, time He's talking natural. Pharisees and Sadducees were so frustrated at Jesus because they never could keep up with what God Jesus was saying. Because every time Jesus says something like, "Eat of my flesh and drink of my blood," they were like, "Oh no, this dude done lost his mind." Even like the rest of the people that were following him went away, and Jesus was like, "Hey, disciples, y'all still here?" They're like, "Jesus, where we're gonna go? You are the Christ. You're the Son of the living God. You're all we have. You're all we want. You're all we need." And Jesus was like, "Well, Jesus, this is a hard teaching. How can we even hear this?" But Jesus was talking about spiritual. He was talking about spiritually eating his flesh and drinking his blood. And until you've had his spiritual manna, until you've tasted and seen the goodness of God, you will not be able to comprehend these visions. You will not be able to comprehend the Bible. These are spiritual words. Spiritual understanding needs to be spiritually interpreted. And if you're not born again, it's going to be very difficult for you to understand unless you tap it in the spiritual realm through the enemy side, because they know how to tap into the spiritual realm through the and the. That's why you go to bars. It says we sell barbecue and spirits, beer, no, wine and spirits. Yeah, you definitely can tap into the spiritual realm through alcohol. You can definitely can tap into the spiritual realm through drugs. Um, There's definitely a lot of ways. You can just call on the devils. They'll come, yo. Um, Spiritual realm is definitely on standby waiting for us to speak their type of language. There's blessing and there's cursing. There's life and there's death. You can choose through your words. That's why the Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue. Literally. You literally activate angels based on what type of words you're using. Holy angels obviously are activated through holy words. Evil, rebellious angels that reject truth and wanted to work for sin, to take the benefits of sin, activate based on cursed words, cursing words, words that are any word that's contrary to the word of God is unclean. So of course the demons are on standby to try to wait for you to touch and agree. That's why they like to irritate you, so you can start cussing and yelling and talk about your mama and your daddy and talk about their mama and their daddy. So the demons can go to work. They can't even do anything. They have no authority until you actually even activate them. All right. So anyway, so the vision was pies. I just saw a whole bunch of pies. Okay, there were just pies everywhere, and then I saw 3 pies pulled to the side. So, and some of the pies were sliced up, sliced up, sliced up. There was a whole bunch of pies, but 3 pies were whole, and they were pushed to the side, and that was in the vision. Very simple. So I said, "Okay, God, what does that vision mean?" And then the Lord showed me. He said, "Sandra, I'm a very generous God. I don't keep any good things for my children, for my creation. Um, and I bless the just and the unjust." And so He has given us all the provision and protection and promotion that we need. He's putting principles in place. He's putting angels in place. He's put people in place. He's given us animals. He's given us plants. He's even given us possessions, like things. He's even given us, He's given us more than enough. He even sent His Son. Come on. Very generous. So anyway, He said, "I've given you all these pies. And all these pies, you can divide them up, slice them up. You have control. I hope you guys understand that in eternity, in the spiritual realm, God is in 100% control, and He's 100% in charge. But in the natural realm, He's 100% in charge, but He's not 100% in control. Don't stone me yet. Because in the natural realm, He's giving all human beings will. Actually, angels too. But anything that has a soul has a will, and your will is what your authority is where your authority lies. And that's what the enemy really is trying to get your soul, because if he has your soul, he can control your body and your spirit. We're made in God's image, spirit, soul, and body. Okay. So anyway, so the Lord was just explaining to me about the pies. He said, all those pies are all the gifts that I've given you. All the talents, love. You can split up the pie of love. You can split up the pie of faith. You can split up the pie of joy. You can split up the pie of prosperity. All this other stuff. You can divide it up, share it up. You go ahead. And whatever you want to give me, Sandra, you can give to me, and I'll take the little you give me, and I'll bless it, and I'll give you more. Okay? But He said, these 3 pies, I don't want you to share or split up with anybody. These 3 pies, Sandra, is for me and you. And He showed me those 3 pies was trust, fear, and worship. I know the world teaches us to trust our government and trust our spouses and trust ourselves and trust this and trust that. But the vision I had, God said, trust me only. And when I say trust, the Lord gave me the definition, the blind obedience level of trust. Because every word has levels, there's a level of trust that the world uses. It's really calling about respecting and honoring. God does want us to respect and honor people. Respect and honor your wife. Respect and honor your spouse. Respect and honor your children. Respect and honor your pastor. Respect and honor authority. Respect and honor your president. Respect and honor your government. You know what I'm saying? But that level of trust, of blind obedience, the highest level of trust, God doesn't, that pie is not supposed to be split up or cut up to anybody else, because what's going to happen is people can't handle trust, fear, and worship. All they'll do is end up abusing it, using it, and tormenting you, because we're not designed to trust, fear, and worship. Angels are not designed to be trust, fear, and worship. We're not designed to trust, fear, and worship other humans. Other humans can't handle it. So anyway, That's pretty much it. That was the vision. Um, Lord kind of gave me a little bit more, but this vision, this is getting too long. I don't want to talk about it too much. You can email me, text me, call me. I love you. Make Jesus Lord of your life today. It's very simple. Ask, seek, and knock. Whatever you ask, you shall receive. Whatever you seek, you will find. Whatever you knock on, meaning whatever you practice, will be available to you. It will be, made available. So, you can seek religion. There's plenty of them out there. But religion is taking you somewhere. And it has a leader, has an agenda. Or you can have relationship with the Creator Himself. Go straight to the source, cut the middleman out. And you can live not just a spiritual life, but a spirit-filled life. Not just a spiritual and a spirit-filled life, but a spirit-led life, which is what God is looking for. People that are willing to not just get born again for salvation, because salvation is a gift, but be willing to go to that next level with Him of habitation, a marriage, so to be filled with His Spirit. He wants to impregnate us with His fruit, His spiritual fruit, which has 9 elements, according to the Bible. And then not just stop there and just be impregnated with His purpose and His identity and His fruit, but He also wants you to go to the next level, to be Spirit-led, which is the highest level of intimacy. God bless you. I love you. Jesus is Lord.